And what's up, everybody? This is None Defense, host of this YouTube channel, and of course, co-leader of the team, Still Unboomable, and it is 2:30 a.m. What the fuck am I doing awake? I don't know. We went to bed about 9-ish, something like that, around 9. What's happening here? 12B, he'll be back. Let's send him an invite back. Make it easy for him. Okay, he's probably out there. He's a secondary hopper account, whatever. I was talking to him yesterday. He said as long as he's on the team, he'll help attack at the end, but maybe he's sick and tired of us beating things without him. But whatever, we're going to talk about that. So anyway, hi. So yeah, I woke up. We went to bed at like 9-ish, and I just woke up like a little while ago, just up. Just like, what the fuck, why am I up? So I was like, all right, well, I'll either start I'll do this video, and that'll either wear me out from talking and I'll go back to sleep, or I won't. I don't know what's going to happen. So we'll see. But hey, guess what, everybody? We did it again. We beat Dead End. Again. Yeah, man. I'd like to just take a moment to just acknowledge we are undefeated against Dead End. Undefeated against Deep Cut. Nope, I'm sorry. We had one loss against Deep Cut. And that one was close. We haven't lost to a choke point or a curtain call in a minute. Like it's been a long time. And I'm really, really proud of that. And I started, as I woke up, I was like, all right, well, what the hell am I going to do this video about? I mean, yay, we beat Dead End in 32 attacks. Woo! And we did it with just us. And in fact, we did it with a weaker team, and it was technically a harder operation. And weaker because we didn't bring Nate Dogg and Ling over. Harder because it was just harder than it was the last episode. And we'll look at that. But just to start things off, I started off yesterday's episode, or the day before, whenever, talking about how far we've come in such a short amount of time, relatively. I mean, from the episode 3 of January, where we posted January 27th, we were struggling against sour grapes. Well, let me take you down another journey, a little nostalgic journey. Right here, I remember it was, several months back, apparently it was in June, I had the opportunity to send some accounts over to Reversal's team. Remember Reversal? He was a celebrity Boom Beach YouTube player for a while. Well, I had the opportunity to send some accounts over to his team, and it's episode 65, so you can check this yourself. And let's see what I was talking about. He's going to show his... I'm going to show I was on Angie. I'm going to show his stat screen, the team stat screen in just a moment. I got a screenshot if we find that it's taking too long. So, there we go. No, there it is. Pause. Look at that. So, Dead End, they had beaten it. They lost against this Deep Cut, lost against this Masses of Attack. Now, this was back in June, whatever. Lost against that Deep Cut, lost against that Dead End, lost against that Dead End. And I'd like to point out, and while it's true this was 6 months ago when this was happening, but, the game hasn't changed that much. If you don't believe me, listen to all the max level players who are bitching about the fact that the game hasn't changed that much in 6 months. So anyway, but the game hasn't changed, and the high level tactics haven't really changed. And these guys at the time, these were among the best of the best of the best of the best. Well, look at how their stat screens were compared, and they had strong players. I mean, these guys were getting just everybody was just sneezing 60 intel. Just there's 60 intel, and then they'd get upward in the hundreds. So these were you got to give them credit that they were doing these every single day. So hey, good job for that team. But the tactics, and I kept arguing with their main leader, their guy, their real life general, Gar, who at Reversal I feel like I can say this comfortably now that Reversal has given up Boom Beach. But I had it on good word from talking to the team that Reversal, God bless him, he was more of just the mascot of the team, because he had this successful YouTube channel. It was Gar Afro and a couple of the other guys that did really most of the work. So, that's what they were doing. But God bless Gar. He was one of the ones that I would kind of not argue with, but, the great debate of how to beat the high level operations. Do you do it with max players and everybody just going for the core rush and everybody being Superman, or do you do it the way we do it? And we just methodical. Just think about it. Just there's not when you go back and you watch the attacks, they don't feel that intelligent. When you watch them on an individual level. But when you look at how it all plays together, I am arguing, yes, that our tactics, the ones that we have been demonstrating for all of this time and building up and adding on and dialing in, I'm arguing that our stats, our tactics are better than theirs. And we have weaker players. I'm not making this up. You just saw the stats. You just saw the screens. And So, whatever, man. I don't know what to tell you. We're really freaking good. Our system really works. And I feel like I can say that without bragging too much. I hope nobody's listening to this and say, oh, he's just bragging. What do you want me to tell you? There it is. There it freaking is, and it's there for you to watch on episode 65, another episode 66, and I think I did one more episode over on Reversal's team. So we're going to look at, so now that I've kind of yammered on, let's look at how we did it. So remember, it was a harder operation. The second we started the operation, we automatically knew it was harder than we did the other day. Excuse me. And we did, and this was on me. We have pull them up. 2 super low-level players. Raul, this is Raul's second account. He's been with us forever. And Waldo, this is Piper's extra low-level account. And, I don't know why he created it or, whatever, but he uses any opportunity to help us get intel at the bottom, I'm all for. Because look at me, I may get some intel on her today, I may not promising, and I'm not going to lose sleep if I don't, but so all the intel we can get at the bottom is a huge help. But anyway, so I wanted to thank Waldo, or wanted to thank Piper, and wanted to thank Raul in my own little way for their service to the team. And I was like, well, fuck it. Let's beat Dead End with them on the roster like we did Dead End the other day with Grublet on the roster. Well, now we're going to do it with Raul and Waldo on the roster. And we're going to fucking do it. And it's going to work, and we're going to win. And then we start the operation. We're like, oh, fuck. So not only are we weaker, and now the op's harder, what are we going to do? Boo fucking who? And then we just started the same. We just went through the same process that we always do. It was like, well, let's just start with the basics. Open the beaches, clearing the mines, sweeping the corners, let's just, I'm pointing toward my forehead. Let's just think. Let's just think. So, Grublet got to start the battle. He's rocking all Zuka level. That's 2 Zukas per boat. So, 2 times 7, I do believe, equals 14. It was Spin who called a lot of the early plays. And I want to thank you so much, Spin, for coming over and helping out with that. I do know just from talking to Spin that he really enjoys, as much as he loves when he's out traveling around or when he's on SBS, that's the 5-man team, while he loves going for the focused, dialed in, you gotta win it all, like the Superman attacks. And there's nothing wrong with the Superman attacks. On certain teams, that's what you gotta do. But you can tell by the fact that he comes here and spends time here and ops with us that he really enjoys the way that we fucking pick these things apart. And I hope that makes him a smarter and better boomer when he does go out and travel to other harder teams, stronger teams. I'm using the finger quote, stronger teams. Can we even say that now? If we start beating deep cut and massive attack, kind of consistently, You know, are there stronger teams? You know, I mean, there's forlorn hope, but we'll get there. We'll get there. But anyway, so yeah, I like to believe that spin, you know, duplicates kind of what we do, where when available, where applicable, whatever. So that was Grublet. This is Recruiter. Oh no, on Grublet I was just weakening those 3 rockets because Spin told me to. All right, on Recruiter, we wanted this Doom Cannon gone, because we were gonna send. We were going to send, first thing, Angie on Scorcher duty back here, and it worked okay. It did work okay. Probably could have been a little better, but in the end. So my goal here on Recruiter is I'm clearing the path of mines, not just for me to get to that Doom Cannon, but for anybody and everybody who's going to need to make that sneak, so they're gone. And then I'm like, well, what did I say? I said, let's stick to the basics. We open the beach, we clear mines. Do that, and then see what else happens. I did not want to destroy that power cell. That's why I did that last flare there. It's like I really like keeping a power cell on the beach. You know, if you have a moment to think about it and try to avoid destroying the last power cell on the beach, that's useful, and the reason is well, you'll see on Bart. You'll see on Bart is you know, is now I have something I can grab onto. See what I'm saying? So now I have something I can stand next to under smoke and let the girls all converge. Now, let's speed things up. So, damn it, I just remembered again. It's like 2 in the morning. So Timbo. I promised that I was going to do a video and we're going to look at his attack. So I'm going to have to give him his own little, we're going to give him a little private short video after this video. If, you know, hopefully I remember. Like, I smoke marijuana. Like, we know this. And it's 2:42 in the morning now. So, whatever. Mishu. Driven by me. And this is just me doing what I do, and I hope that this shows, you know, anybody who watches these videos when they're trying to figure out how to beat these operations. And if you're, you know, I know what's going to happen. People are going to be like, how do you beat dead end? Well, let me just, you know, Google or YouTube, go to search YouTube, dead end Boom Beach or whatever, and all the top dogs are going to come up, and you know, the top like YouTube channels with thousands, hundreds of thousands of views, and the chances of them stumbling across my channel are low. I accept that, and you know, and it's their loss. You know what I mean? It's their loss because you see it. Like, I mean, you see it. You see what's happening. You see what we do, what we've been doing, how we've achieved this. So I think all these stronger teams with all these, you know, if everybody had max players, I think that they should be copying our tactics. You know, is that braggy? You know, is that 3 o'clock in the morning talking? I don't know. I'm just, when I went to look at Reversal's team, when I was thinking about it, and I went back to that video, episode 65, you know, when I went and looked at that video, and this, you know, I was just thinking, I was like, well, surely somewhere in the video I pulled up the screen where it showed which ops that they were doing. I was like, well, let me just get a screenshot of that, and let's just see where we compare. And you saw it. Like, we're winning, we're beating operations that they were losing against. And I kept arguing with Gar. When I use the word argue, guys, it's a southern term. That could just as easily be equated as to a friendly conversation. So as I was having a friendly conversation with Gar, one of the things I kept coming back to is it never felt like anybody on your team was setting anybody up. It just felt like everybody was going for it all, and it felt like half the team was failing. You know, like, well, I know, and he had good points. He'd say, oh, well, the reason we do that is because we need everybody to know those tactics, and I'm with that. I'm hip to that. I'm totally hip to that, but I don't want to take a loss. How about teach your team to beat the operation, as a team, and then their strength and confidence will improve. So that's what I've been coaching forever. That's what the guys who we promoted have stuck to coaching, So anyway, so Angie's attack. It was a good question of, was it a good attack? I think it was a good attack. Looking back on it, yeah, we probably could have stuck some Zukas like maybe right there and went like shock and broke off that way. So that'll be something to kind of keep in mind. But Spin called for Scorchers there. I agreed with Spin that Scorchers would be like a good way to go. And I still feel like the next series of attacks were much easier because she, started things off. So in my opinion, Angie had a good attack. It wasn't great, but it was an establishment attacks. Hey guys, I've made a living on this team running establishment attacks. Let me tell you, they rarely look great. Like that's kind of the interesting thing about establishment attacks is everybody's looking. They want to have the big, the big impact. The huge impact. But no, calm down, slow down. As this episode's going to dictate, and you don't need the big attack. Like, we can do it with just a series of well-organized little attacks. This was Willow, driven by me. So that was Angie in real life, driving Scorchers on a Sunday, chilling out. I believe she was watching one of her television shows. So here I'm over here. These rockets needed to be gone. And I knew one person who would be more than happy to make sure that they were gone, and that was me, so I took care of it. That's what happened. That was Willow. Okie dokie. Timbo. We're going to skim it. But again, if I remember, that I will try to get Timbo his own video, so I'm not going to say too much about it now. Not right now, but I mean, it looked okay. I mean, all in all, Timbo, you missed one smoke, and it was right there. That was the one that you missed, and once you missed that, and that sucks about freaking Zukas is one mistake and you're done. But there you go, you're done. But we're going to talk about that particular attack, and we'll discuss with Timbo. But Timbo, don't lose heart, man. Like, don't lose heart. You're getting better, and you'll continue to improve. This was Buddy, driven by me, and I totally forgot to load Zukas. My bad, but I wasn't intended to do much anyway, so I managed to accomplish what I needed to accomplish. With Rifleman. In fact, I wasn't really planning much. I just figured I'd go and destroy as much of this stuff as possible. What did I say? Clean minds, open the beach. Clear minds, open the beach. That's what I'm doing. And if you watch all of my attacks, my establishment attacks, you'll see that that's the common theme. Clean the minds, open the beach. Clean the minds, open the beach. And then hoppers and stuff will come over, and high-level masters of Boom Beach will come over and be like, well, you only really need one, blah, 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 blah. And they say, oh, well, you only need one attack, but let's waste 5 or 6 attacks trying for that one attack. I have an idea. Let's use 5 or 6 attacks setting up the one attack. Hey, huh? Yeah? How about that? How about that math? Love it. Lunar Bliss, thank you so much for coming to the team. We've really enjoyed having you and Piper, and I hope so much that y'all are learning things that you're able to then duplicate on your team. The general concepts: sweep the mines, clean the beach, hug the corners, use the smoke, all of that stuff, right? So, Luna, now you haven't had the opportunity to really get much time on the field, and you will. Your day is going to come where you're going to really be counted on to show off your stuff. But I want to thank you so much on this attack, because you did the best thing a player could do. You did exactly what you were told. Thank you, Luna Bliss, and we'll explain. Let me just pause. Okay. So, Ransom. there's a few different schools of thought about how to beat ransom, and you're always going to get different things. Like sometimes you got rockets here and you got this SLs here. The other day we had rockets here and no SLs here, and you're going to run into a bunch of different situations. Excuse me. Now the common ransom, the one that people have been sending Scorchers and Zookas up this wall, they would target this machine gun. I know that's a mortar, but it's often a machine gun, and they would target it, and what would happen is the Scorchers and Zookas would come over here. You'd get a large grouping of Zookas. You'll lose a bunch of Zookas here, but you'll get a large grouping of Zookas right here. Your Scorcher will be standing right here on top of that machine gun. Again, we're pretending it's a machine gun. Everything's gonna, and then with good shocking, and things are gonna shock, and it's gonna be lovely, right? Okay, so that's one way to do it. However, mortars fuck that up, because you're doing that so that the machine guns don't aim at the Zookas. You're doing that so the machine guns aim at the Scorchers, right? Well, the mortars won't aim at the Scorcher because they're in the safe zone. So this layout basically completely throws the entire idea of the Scorcher Zooka assault. It just throws it out the window. It just says, nope, sorry, you're going to need to come up with a new plan. Well, Spin, and I'm not making fun, but Spin was, he's of the mentality, and it's okay. I'm not judging. He strong believes in the Scorcher Zooka. I'm still a little, whatever. When it works, and it's great. But it's because the Zookas go around, or you never know which side they're going to go around. And you know me, anything that I can't control, I hate. Dictator none. That's me. Hell none. Anyway, so that was the problem as he saw it. So he, then came to me, and I'm like, well, okay. And I hope that he comes to me because I'm, a different type of thinker. While we agree often, we don't always agree, but, we've never argued about it. Just like, hey, fuck it, let's try it, see what happens. So here was my plan. As I looked at it, is we just needed to clean the wall, and then just do some suicide bombing. Just good old-fashioned bomb the fuck out of it until you're dead. And that's what we asked Luna to do. And, I did not mean to get out of that. Let's go back in. That's what we asked Luna to do. I was like, Luna, it won't feel like you're doing much, but it's huge. Just bomb the fuck out of it. Just bomb it. Drop your troops far right. Die. That was the mission. And I know, trust me, in my heart, I know when you're the person being asked to do that attack, you don't feel like you did much, but you did. And then this is Piper. He's right there. He's like, hey, what can I do? And I'm like, dude, trust me, just copy Luna. Do exactly what Luna did. Like, it's perfect. Perfect. And the reason is because they're low levels, they're not Superman, and just this is something that they can do, that they can have active impact, and it's real, like it's real impact. So this was Irvin. Welcome back. This is Hillbilly in Real Life, his second account, Irvin, and welcome back from your vacation. Same thing. It's like just you're a low level. Just everything you got. Suicide bombing. My joke, and I've used this joke 1,000 times, if suicide bombing is a good enough tactic for ISIS, then it's good enough for me. They'll use it. I'll use it. Whatever. Just do it. Do it. It'll work. It'll work. And everybody just feels like, not much is happening, but whatever, you'll see. He's like, just trust me on this one. And then this is Waldo. Same thing. Same thing. Just bomb it. Die. It'll be fine. Okie dokie. So we have bombed it, and a little bit later, I'll just go ahead and skip to Spin since we're all in the same mindset. So everybody, all those 4 low-level accounts, right? Mid-level, depending. have just did all of that, and now Spin, in just a barrage and a bomb, is able to take out, and speed it up, is able to take out the rest of those mortars. So now they're gone, which I saw once those mortars were gone, it was easy to just go ahead and position at 12 and take the win. You know, so it was a different play call. The high-level teams, the hopper teams, they don't call that play. Well, you know what? It's okay, because we don't need them to call that play as long as we're calling that play. You know, when it's appropriate to call that play, we've got a play in our book that's different than what the other ones. The other ones are like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I guarantee they won't do that. You know, they'll waste 2 or 3 attacks trying to position somewhere else, and just like, if the mortars are causing the problem, get rid of the fucking mortars. Like, this is easy, guys. Come on. We shouldn't have to think this hard about this. All right, Blueberry on Javanese, driven by me. So this was, all we're doing, same thing. Just using the lows. These were just old school tactics. It was like, all right, harder operation, weaker team. What are we going to do? The answer is simple. We're going old school, baby. We're going to go old school. That means we are running team artillery. That means we are, just clearing the beach. That means we are sweeping the mines. We are just sticking to the basics, like they say in football. When you get invited to the big dance, dance with who brung you. And that means, if you have players on your team that are have done really good to get you to the big game, then you need to be calling on the kind of plays that got you there. You don't need to start trying to change up the way you do things just because you're in the big game. You need to, dance with who brought you. Well, what brought us here is good team tactics, good conversation, good communication. That's what got us here. That's what brought us here. That's who we're going to dance with. We are at the big dance, and that's who brought us. Ed, he almost got it. Now, this was a fairly easier Machina, but it was we designated it as not a solo necessarily, but a focus, like a really focused. It didn't need any prep. Just go in. There were no mines to clear. Just go in, spot your moment, take your moment, and it was lovely. It was lovely. And just, Ed, there he goes. Little Ed. Man, great job, Ed. He almost got it. Just a nice little P&P. So that we closed Machina down. HB on Javanese. Old school tactics, baby. Old school tactics. Just, he's going to drop over here. He's basically going to do kind of what whoever I did last, I think was Blueberry. Just work on clearing some defenses, bomb the fuck out of them rockets. Making the path easier. Like, this is it. So, if you are wondering, how to get your team to where we're doing it, like, this is the secret. It's just, you've got to get your guys, and trust me, I know it's hard. I know it's hard to get 20, 30, 40, 50 people to all get on the same page. Trust me. I know how freaking hard that is. I know. So I'm not underselling how hard it was. Like, I know how hard it was. But, my point is, though, if you just focus on those things, the communication part is huge. Focus on working together. Bone, thank you so much for this attack. I do wish that you didn't destroy this power cell. In the end, it didn't matter. But I really like having that power cell there to grab onto. But, nobody's going to freak out about it. So, there you go. He's working up there. So, you remember Angie was the one who ran her attack last. So, pause. Okay. And she got rid of like 2 rockets and got these very weak, right? And then Timbo came in. He had a failed attack, but he managed to, throw some bombs back there, weaken it up. Well, all of that now set up Bone to do this. So Angie and Timbo, you think you had a bad attack. It was a great attack because it helped set this up. So fuck your opinion and listen to me. Your attacks were great. Your attacks were great. Your attacks were great. And now there are 3. Now there's a spot that we can sneak somebody there. I believe it was Pearl Cell who went in next. Mr. Lee's, I forget who's. I know it was me that set him up. Oh, this was all me and Lee's. Okay, cool. So yeah, because Willow went over here and did this. Then Buddy went here, cleared all of this, and cleared all of these mines. So, Lee's owes me a hot dog and maybe a blow pop. So I'll expect that soon. And pop. Nice. Nice. 1 hot dog and a blow pop. Being shipped from I don't know, the UK probably don't even make hot dogs. They make sausages. Sausages. Alright, so Pearl pops up and is like, hey, what can I do? Where would you like me? And we're like, hey, Pearl, glad you're here. You had a great attack yesterday. You're really starting to come along. Why don't you try to get the last 3 of those rockets? Do it. Just do it, Pearl. And we pointed at him in a really mean way, and we made like faces, and we were kind of going, grrr, do it. You'll do it. Do it. So, beautiful work. Beautiful work. Gets in there. Perfect placement. Perfect shocking. Now he's going to go over there and start working on the MG. That was huge. Start working on them defenses, clearing things off. Great job. And he starts kind of clearing things up. And Nun defense, who did not have any powder. Not enough for a full boost, and there was no point in doing a partial boost. So I just looked at it and I was like, without boost, I can do this. Like, I can make this trip without boost. So that's why I did it without boost, because I just didn't have enough. But but I talked to the team and everybody was okay. Man, I almost lost it there. I was not expecting them to take that little turn, but I held it together. Yay. Got in position, distract that machine gun, shock it, and then once that machine gun's gone, it's just a matter of time till everything else. And I know Zuka's outrange flamethrowers, but you just never know when one of them fuckers is going to turn and look at your one Zuka, and then it's going to take out 30, and you know me, I don't want to lose even one of my girls, let alone 30. So, there you go. Yay, we got the victory. Okie dokie. So, non-defense attack, then Dawn went on Javanese. This is Big Dawn. Just, you see the concept, guys. We're clearing the mines, clearing the defenses, where every attack is designed to make the next attack easier, or the next series of attacks easier. So there's a lot of teamwork that goes in. And, go back to Piper. I'm talking to Piper and saying, well, thank you, Piper, for everything, that you do, at the low end and all that, with him and Waldo and all that. And like he said in chat yesterday, he just likes being a part of the big picture, and that's what this team is. It's a very dialed in, big picture team. So that was Dawn 1, and then Dawn 2 went in. What did Dawn 2 do? Because Dawn did all of that, and then he bombed all of this stuff, speed that along. But look at how easy that walk is. The team got him there. The team got him there. HB was in that, I was in that. Teamwork. Just focus on the little things. Make it easy for your team, and your team will repay you with a victory. It's lovely. Don, bomb that. Bomb that, Don. Don, bomb that. Don, bomb that. Don, bomb. One bomb, right there, right fucking there, right there, right, bomb, bomb. God damn it. No, I think I was kind of fucking with him there. He said that he meant to. You know how it is. You get so busy and focused on what's in front of you, sometimes you forget, the next phase, but whatever. Because Borty was around, and, Bort's going to fix it. Well, it was a different base, but whatever. So now we're setting all of, that up. And I'd like to point out that after Nunn got his victory, that it was weird, just a few attacks prior to Nunn, the op felt like it was going to be really difficult and out of reach. And then all of a sudden, by the time Nunn attacked, suddenly the whole operation just felt like, oh, okay, cool. And we just called for dog pile tactics on Waterloo. Dog pile tactics meaning just everybody get in, do something, some version of a good attack that is going to be a good attack. Did you notice Bort had a little retreat there? Did you notice nobody yelled at him about it or kicked him about it? It was tactical. Like, remember, I'm not big. Like, nobody wants to retreat. You certainly don't want retreating to be a habit, but there's no reason to say, all retreats are a kickable offense. Just you do what makes sense to you. And by all means, if you have to choose between saving power cells for your teammate or retreating, I'd rather you retreat and save the power cells for your teammate. If it's towards the end of your attack and it's going to be, you know what I'm saying? Again, tactical. Use reasoning. Like, that's it. That's all. As long as it's just you're putting some thought process in the team play aspect of it. Because, if you're at the end of your attack, what's going to help the team? Gobbling up 5 or 6 power cells that you're not going to do anything with, or getting the fuck out of there and letting your teammate use those 5 or 6 power cells to bolster and strengthen their attack. So again, tactics. I say the same things over and over every episode, but they're always true when it's talking about tactics. It's just simple stuff. I'd love to do an entire episode. That was a poor timing there, Bart, but whatever. I'd love to do an entire episode on the art of war, written by Sun Tzu. Like, that would be an interesting episode because, that's kind of what we do in terms of, a lot of the strategies and principles that Sun Tzu talked about thousands of years ago. And we do, and that's where Well, I don't want to get into that today. Anyway, the point is, it's a cool, historical thing, the art of war, and it's pretty cool to know that we have accidentally, and I just recently have been learning about this, but we have accidentally, in many ways, duplicated the tactics of, duplicated the tactics of the art of war. So I find that that's kind of interesting. So maybe I'll have to try to remember to do an episode about that. But I also have to do an episode. Storm got disconnected. Boo fucking who. TT, he went in and got the win. Art of War is pretty interesting. So we'll stick to that. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, Google it. Sun Tzu, that's S-U-N, is the sun. And then Sue is like, I don't know, Z-S-U, I don't know, just Google Art of War. You'll find it. It won't be that hard. He'll talk all about it. Cool stuff. So TT, I want to thank you so much. You don't always get an opportunity to attack just because, and that's life on our team, where we end up just taking things out. And you're a great closer. And you get your intel and you're quiet, never cause any issues. And when you have moments like these, you just go in and quietly take them. And that's what we love. Peters, Machina, thank you so much. So Ed positioned back here. I don't know, did Peters, did he position all the way there? Okay, he's going there. All right, okay, I'm seeing it. That's interesting. Cool. I like it. See, once again. Just just thinking. He saw something. He saw an opportunity. He went with it. I love it. TR on Javanese. This is the Reaper. We call him TR for short. Just like Hillbilly, we call HB for short. Spin Drift is Spin. Bronsoon is Bron. Nick Hill is Nick. None Defense is None. Boom Bitch Angie is Angie. Don, well, he's Don. Don's just Don. Like, he'll always be Don. You get the point. Can we bomb this rocket, please? Anybody? Anybody? Just bomb it. Bomb it. Why are we forgetting to bomb that rocket? Alright, so Cully goes in and gets the win. You are the champion, Cully. I guarantee he's going to bomb that rocket. He's going to do it before anything else. Let's see. Look at that. Go, Cully. He's like, it's alright. I'll get it. Great work. Great work. Let's get him fast forwarded around and watch that thing pop. So what did we learn? It was a harder dead end than our previous dead end. We had a weaker team, and it only took 2 more attacks than yesterday's dead end. Or I keep saying yesterday, but you know what I mean. So boom, we've come a long way. Like, damn, we are good. We are good. Like, for a while there, I was still resistant and hesitant to acknowledge how good we were because I didn't want it to go to our head, and I still don't want it to go to our head. But again, looking at what other teams are doing, high level, super impossible, super strong teams are doing, and looking at what we're doing, there's not much difference except we're doing things. I'm arguing that we're doing things more effectively. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I don't want anybody to, think that, oh, he thinks he's the greatest, and he thinks that this team's the best. And like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just, I can't. You saw what happened. You saw what happened. We methodically picked that motherfucker apart, and it looked really hard, and it looked like we were gonna be, have to go way out of there to do it. And we didn't. We just stuck to the simple shit, the simple tricks that have got us this far, and we just rolled right fucking through it. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, it is 3:12 in the morning, and I've been talking, and Timbo, I know I owe you an episode, but now I'm feeling kind of sleepy, so I'm going to post this, and I love Timbo, and I still owe him an episode, so hopefully we can do that. But I don't know. His attack wasn't that bad, though. Like, he had one mistake, and that's really a lot of Timbo's problems. He just keeps making one mistake, but he'll eventually figure out to not make those mistakes, those single mistakes. And as he masters one not mistake, then he'll find a new mistake to make, and then he'll learn to not make that mistake, and then he'll find a new mistake to make, and then he'll learn to not make that mistake, and then before you know it, he's made all the mistakes, and that's fine. And then all of a sudden he's a great boomer. That's fine. I'm in no hurry. You see, the team supports you, Timbo, so don't stress. You're great. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap this video up. As always, friends, I want to thank all of you so much for taking time out of your day to hang out with us and be goofy with us. If you ever need anything, I'd be glad to help you in any way that I possibly can. Yeah, that's it. As always, please remember we're still in boomable, and always please be safe. Thank you. Good night. I'm going